Hi everyone, this is Dr. Trey from Go Consulting, and this week we're talking about resources for you to find more information about companies that you might want to work for when you are conducting your job search. Conducting a job search isn't just about searching through job postings, it's also about knowing more about the company where you're going to apply. You might have heard that most people are hired on skill and fired on fit. And basically, this means that that particular person didn't necessarily fit within the culture of the organization. So knowing more about the company, more about its cultures, and how they work in general is going to help you in your job search and also put you in a position of working with an organization who's going to align with who you are and what you're looking for in your career. Here are a few resources. Glassdoor.com is not only a job database, but they also have information about the organization, employee reviews, insight into salaries, and insights into benefits. So you can find out more about the company and what those internal employees are saying about the company. Another resource is vault.com. This is going to provide you with a ton of information, not only rankings, but also what employees are saying about the organization and what work might look like on a day-to-day basis. You can also get more insight into benefits, salaries, quality of life within the organization, and general reviews from employees. Another resource for you is the actual company's website. But the trick is to not only look at the top menu of their website, but scroll all the way to the bottom and take a look at some of the smaller links. If there's a site map for that website, then poke around the site map and see what other information you can get. Often you'll find customer testimonials. You might find out insight into what their strategy is, not just the vision and the mission of the organization, but how they plan to accomplish that vision and mission. And if there's a specific position for which you're applying, then you want to find out how is that position that you take working towards accomplishing their organizational goals, so that you know you have a direct line and impact to that particular goal. You want to feel accomplished, you want to feel respected in your position, so find out, in this particular position, how am I contributing to the overall organizational strategy? How am I realizing the vision of the company? But you want to take a look at the bottom of the website because it'll give you more access into some of the pages that might not be right there in front of your face when you first get to the site. From social media sites of the organization, you can get information as to some of the topics that are currently under discussion, maybe what some of their issues are, problems are, where they're seeking advice, and you can get more insight into what employees and ex-employees are saying about the organization. This is all part of their personal company brand. So as an employee who wants to be a part of that company, you want to make sure that it's lining up with who you are as a professional. For those of you that are HR professionals, then you want to make sure that your company brand is in alignment across all of your channels, whether it's the website or social media. Your next resources are career blogs, such as the Daily Muse or Career Realism, where not only will you get great tips about your career search, but you can also find insider information about how employees or journalists and blog post writers feel about that particular organization. So do some digging and see what you can find. Local networking groups is a great place for you to meet people within the organization. So take a little time to get to know some of these people that are working inside of that organization. Not only will you find out what day-to-day life looks like within the organization, but you can find out what their general culture is. How do they work? What do they do during the day? How do they approach lunch? What do they expect from you on a day-to-day basis? Do they have a fun environment? Is it outgoing? Is it well lit? Is it kind of dark? Do they work in cubicles? Is it an open bay area? There's so much information that you can get from one person, and you can find those people often at your local networking events. And of course, job fairs are a great place to find out more information. It's also a location where you can meet some of the local recruiters or hiring managers and find out what exactly it is that they're looking for, or maybe even ask a few questions about the particular position that you want to go for. Finally, if you're a student, then your college campus career center is a fabulous place to also get more information. And because there might be an alliance with your college and that organization, you might have some information about somebody that you can go and talk to. And I highly suggest informational interviews. Perhaps there's somebody in a position that you aspire to obtain later on in your career that you can speak to and find out more about how did they get their position, what did they do, what are the expectations, what are the qualifications, and ask them for mentorship, maybe even a sponsorship, where they are telling another organization or maybe even their own company that you are a protege or an intern or somebody of interest that could be part of their succession plan. As they're moving up in their career, perhaps they can pull you up and help you move along in the track of your career. So those are some insights for you, great resources for you to get information about organizations where you want to go and apply and make sure that it's the right company for you. Because remember, in an interview, not only are they interviewing you for the position, but you're interviewing them as an organization where you're going to spend quite a bit of time. So Glassdoor.com, Vault.com, company websites, the company's social media websites, career blogs, local networking events, job fairs, and college campus career centers. So I hope these resources are very helpful to you. If you liked this video, please like it and share it with your friends. I am Dr. Trey with Go Consulting, and this has been your midweek Life Tweak. We'll see you next week.